Hi there, welcome to Art Inspired Yoga with Rise and Shine at the Barry Art Museum, located on the campus of Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia. That's me, I'm Leah with Rise and Shine. Today's yoga flow is entirely inspired by a work of art from the Barry Art Collection. Let's see what we're highlighting today. Today's flow is inspired by John Chamberlain's After Dogberry. After Dogberry is named after a character from William Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. The character Dogberry is known for using incorrect words that create a nonsensical expression. He makes many linguistic misfits. This idea of fitting parallels Chamberlain's focus on making sure the collage elements all fit together visually. If you enjoy programming like art-inspired yoga, we invite you to become a member of the Barry Art Museum. We'd love to have you. Hi there, welcome to the yoga portion of Art-Inspired Yoga. Feel free to take a comfortable seat on your mat. Today's flow is all about relief, since After Dogberry is a relief print. Make yourself comfortable, take a deep inhale in, arms come overhead, and exhale through the nose, arms come down. Just warming up. Roll your shoulders back, loosening up, roll them forward. Release any tension you have in your jaw or brow. Gently lower your right ear towards your right shoulder now, stretching out your neck. To intensify the stretch, you can extend your left arm and gently tug on the left side of your head. See what feels best for you. Now gently rotate your neck downward. Look up and tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder. Same thing, extend your right arm, gently tug on the head to intensify the stretch. See what feels good for you, all meanwhile sitting up nice and straight. Release your head. Roll your shoulders back. Deep inhale overhead. And exhale. Let your hands come behind you, giving yourself a little pat on the back. Look upwards, sitting up nice and tall, rooted through your sits bones. Extend your arms overhead, palms touching. Now palms come to heart center. Feel free to set an intention for your practice. Our theme here is relief. So we're going to do moves that are allow ease into our bodies. Nothing too demanding. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale. Hands again at heart center. Actually adding pressure, pushing your palms into each other. Relax your shoulder blades away from your ears. Keep breathing here. Finding some stillness. Sitting up nice and tall. And release. Let your shoulder blades relax away from your ears now as your hands come down to your thighs. As we move through this warm-up, remember our vertebra is lifted. We're sitting up nice and tall. Now go ahead, rest your right hand down, reach over on your left side. No need to force a stretch. See what feels good. Any elongation along your side body will feel great. Now you might want to hunch over, lift up still through the chest, thinking open and tall. Reset our spine here by looking down and looking back up. Left hand comes down, reach over towards your left side. Again, never forcing a stretch. You can look down, you can look upwards, you can keep your neck neutral, whatever feels best for you. And return back to center. Curve your spine now, making almost a C shape with your body. Rest here. Keep breathing. And exhale. Look forward. All right, lift it upwards as if you're being pulled upwards by a string through the top of your head. Hands at heart center. Revisit that intention. And shoulder roll back. Nice and released and fluid. Open your arms up wide. Give yourself a hug. So we just opened up our chest and now we're rounding out our back. Really focusing on some relief for our neck and shoulders here. Open up wide. Other arm comes on top now. Really try to see if your fingertips can touch together in the back or just come close to each other. Tuck your chin into your chest. And release, lift up. Open your arms up wide. Reach over towards the right again. It's our second time, so maybe the stretch is a little deeper. Keeping our chest still open and proud, not collapsing. Round out your back to reset the spine, reaching over now towards the left side. And back to center. Reset our spine with that C shape. And gently come up. Going to go ahead and bring your knees together. Now you can put your hands down on the mat or you can make fists. We're just going to windshield wiper our legs now side to side. Feel free to go slow. See how your legs and your hips feel. Take a light body scan. See how your body feels while doing this. Go as slow or as fast as feels right for you. Keep breathing. I know I definitely am feeling this in my hips. Get resettled in onto your seat. Shoulders back. One arm comes across. And make sure your shoulder blades are rotated down away from your ears. You're going to feel a nice stretch along your outer shoulder here. Make sure you grab above or below your elbow though. Release that and you can twist further. Sitting up tall still, looking over your shoulder if that's available to you. Twisting from our torso. Come back to center. Hands come behind your head or onto your lap, whatever feels best. Do that C-shaped spine again, rounding out our upper back, and then opening our chest. Other side now. Again, your shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears. Grab above or below your elbow, feeling a gentle stretch along your outer shoulder. Plant your arm down, and you can twist, always twisting from your core. Twists are really great to loosen up our body, release any excess energy we have, almost like an internal rinse. Back to center now. Wiggle out your legs if you need to. Again, C-shape curve here. Your hands can be on your lap or behind your head as before. Inhale, shine your chest forward. Exhale. Let's go on to all fours now on our mat. To our tabletop position. Just riding through there. You can make fists whenever your wrists might feel, it hurts. Fists are always acceptable. Or just flat palms. Inhale, open to cow. Exhale, round out your back to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale, one more cow here. Exhale to cat. Nice. Come back to neutral spine. Now this is a really subtle move, but we're just warming up all aspects of our body. Extend your right leg back. You can feel free if you want a little more core engagement, let your left arm come in front. Now gently lower your knee down 3 times. Right knee kissing the mat. Yeah. You should feel a little warm up in your toes. So same thing left side. Our toes are tucked under. Extend your right arm for more of a core engagement if you like, or just keep both palms on the ground. Let your left knee now bend and kiss the mat 3 times. Warming up our feet. Now coming back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. This is really going to wake up those feet now. So as you slide your hips back, you might feel some sensations in your feet. If this feels good for you, stay here. Keep breathing through this. If you want more of an intense stretch, walk your hands back to your quads and you can sit back. I definitely feel this in my feet. It's very invigorating, but it's a new sensation. Keep breathing through this. Your core is still engaged. You can keep your hands on your hips if you feel your lower back is giving out a bit, or place your hands at heart center. Good. Now release. It's a simple move, but it's such an intense stretch for some of us. Feel free to sit back again. Keep breathing here. Arms can come overhead. Hands behind our head again. This is just like a seated cat-cow, right? We did it before with our hands on the mat. Now this is just seated. We tucked our chin to our chest. Now we're rising up. Feel free to look upwards for a slight back bend. Exhale again to cat. Tuck your chin into your chest. Elbows can come to touch even. And rise up, shining our chest upwards. One more seated cat. And open our chest, letting our heart shine forward. Nice. All right, coming back to our palms on the mat. Round 2. Our toes are tucked. See what feels best for you. You know, as we put our weight back into our heels, if you want to stop right there with your palms still on the mat, that's perfectly fine. If you want to intensify the stretch, let your hands come to your legs. Again, you can place your hands at heart center or on your hips for more stability. Even with this seated pose, our core is still engaged. That means we're bringing our belly button into our spine. We're still breathing. Our shoulders are pulled back. We're sitting tall, just like we did in the very beginning of class. Release out, untuck your toes. Nice. Now, just for a little break from that, feel free. I'm going to turn forward so you can see me, but you can stay where you are on your mat. Let your right leg come out to the side, and now we're stretching over, feeling a nice stretch along our side body. Readjust your leg as need be. Your toes can point forward or your toes can point outwards. Core is engaged. Our kneecaps are also engaged, so we're nice and strong. Great. Heel toe your foot back to center. And now your other leg comes out. Nice and tall. Inhale here. And a nice little side stretch. Again, see what feels best for you. Rearrange your foot if your toes are pointing outwards or forwards. The goal is just to feel a nice stretch along your side body. Great. Lifting upwards, not out, not downward. Heel toe your feet back to center. Take your time with it. Good. All right. So one more round. I'm going to turn back to the side. See what feels best for you. Again, hands can be at heart center, on your hips, or on the mat. Keep breathing. Through all this class, we are always breathing. Nice. And exhale, release, untuck your toes. Let your palms come down to the mat. And we're going to just let our legs come in front of us now. Feel free to grab a block if you have it. If not, pillows suffice. Maybe a thick blanket, whatever you have available for you. Even a couch cushion. So now we're going to do seated forward folds. Inhale, arms up, and just reach over until you can reach your ankles, shins, or toes even. Feel free to keep a deep bend in our knees. Our theme for today is relief, so we're not really trying to push too hard here. We just want to honor our body and give it some gentle movement that really helps us loosen up. Now, for me, I prefer to not use the block. For some people, it feels better for them. So see what feels best for you. You can keep your knees straight. You can sit on the block and keep your knees bent. You can keep your knees bent the whole time, whichever. And it's okay if our back is not completely flat during this relief posture. We can have a curve in our back. That's a-okay. Keep breathing. I like to use my hands to walk myself up. Another option is if this is intensive stretch, just go as far as you can, right? Every body's different, so honor where your body is today. We still want to keep our chest proud, or if it's curved over, that's all right too. Good. Use your hands to walk yourself upward. Scoot yourself forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale slowly, one vertebra at a time, and with control, lower your back down to the mat. So now we're laying down. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. You can grab at your shins or at your hamstrings, or you can use a strap to help you bring your knees into your chest. Just rock side to side, giving yourself a nice massage on your back. Look up to the ceiling, keep breathing. Really feel the sensation of the ground massaging your back. Now we just rocked side to side. You can rock back and forth. Sometimes you might sit up on your sit bones. This is also a different sensation, a massaging sensation on your back. So see which one you prefer, either side to side or up and down. From there, go ahead and release your soles of your feet to the mat, prepping for bridge pose. Our heels are under our knees, our heels are close to our bottom, and then on our inhale, we lift our bottom off the ground. Your hands can clasp together underneath your bottom. Keep your gaze at your belly button. Slowly but surely, one vertebra at a time, release down. Whenever we release our body down, it's always with control. Windshield your legs here, just like we did earlier in class. All right, round 2. Lift up, push through the soles of your feet to our second bridge pose. Arms can be intertwined, hands can be intertwined underneath our bottoms. Or you can grab the side of your mat. Some people like to do that. Or you can just leave your hands on the mat. Whatever feels best for you. Lower down gently. And windshield wiper your legs. If you want, you can always do a back massage as well, letting your knees come to your chest and rock side to side. All right, third bridge pose. Push through our heels. When we do this, try to engage your inner thighs so it's as if they want to come towards each other. Eyes are still gazing at our belly button. Bridge is a really good restorative pose as well, especially for our lymphatic system. Good. And lower down gently all the way to your mat. One more time, windshield wipering our legs. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock side to side or up and down, whichever you prefer. I like the side to side more today. Now, from there, let's go to happy baby. So you're gonna spread your legs a little wider than hip distance and grab the soles of your feet, if that's available to you, or feel free to grab your hamstrings. With happy baby, it feels really good when you push down with you pull your hands down towards you as your feet push up against your hands. As you do that, your lower back goes deeper into the mat. You can play around with happy baby too, straightening out your legs like I did just now, or just rock side to side. With that, release happy baby, bring your legs upwards, and let your legs just rest straight up. You can point and flex your toes. Holding our legs up like this, if you want, you can also go up against the wall and do this. It's really good for circulation. So bridge poses and having an inversion with our legs helps our circulation system a lot. Feel free now to tee out your arms and lower both knees to the left side for a gentle supine twist. You can look upwards to the ceiling or sky, or look over your right shoulder if that flexibility is there in your neck. Bring your knees back to center. Reset and inhale here. Exhale, lower both knees to the right. Looking over our left shoulder if you like, or just keep looking up to the ceiling. As you do this, make sure both shoulder blades are almost like they're glued to the mat. That'll help intensify the twisting sensation in our core. Inhale, both knees to center now. Give yourself a nice little hug around the shins, rocking side to side. Option here now to roll onto one side in a fetal position, or if you like, a little more active, rock back and forth until you're up seated. So you choose. Fetal position to pushing upwards, or just rock and roll all the way to seated. Now that we're here, let's do a quick little neck stretch just like we did in the very beginning of class. And exhale. Yep. As we do these classes that are more restorative, really let yourself have time to explore and see all the little nooks and crannies in your body. All those muscles we sometimes overlook. We can release pressure in our jaw. We can loosen up our brow. We can give ourselves space to relax. When you're ready, make your way to tabletop. Now extend your right leg back and outwards to the side. See what feels best for you. Now you're going to lift up It's almost like the same sensation in a lunge, except our knees down. You'll feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. And exhale down, release to the ground. Left leg comes out towards the side or back. Your choice, what feels better. Rise up, torso's off the ground. See what feels best for you. Feeling a nice stretch in your hip flexor, a nice opening. And exhale, release down to the mat. Here in tabletop again. We're going to make some space so that we can come forward for a little lowering down. It was like a baby chaturanga. Now, let's reset our spines here. Extend your left arm out now. Gently push through your right hand, and you're going to open towards the right side. So your chest is facing the right side while your left shoulder is down. Your leg can be bent or straightened, whatever feels best for you. This is a nice shoulder relief and chest opener. Keep breathing through all this. And only go to the point that feels best for your body. You never want to feel pain. You might feel a stretch, but definitely not pain. Resetting our spine here with some low cobras. You can keep your hands down or gently lift them off the ground. Let our back muscles do the work to lift our chest off the ground. Now extend your right hand out, right arm out. Use your left arm to push up. And now your left arm and left leg are helping open up your body. You'll feel this in the front of your right shoulder. This stretch can be intense for some, so be sure you're listening to what feels best for your body. Another good stretch, in case you did have a shoulder injury or something like that, is simply just opening our arms and chest like we did in the very beginning of class. Back to our cobras, our low cobras. Option to keep your hands down or gently lift off the ground. Yep, you can extend your arms backwards for more intensity as well. Gently push up. Yep. And let's go back to our first child's pose. We're talking about relief. Child's pose is absolutely relief. Let yourself sit here. You can bring your hands together and let it be like a shark fin, bending at the elbows, coming behind your head, or you can just have your arms extended forward. So I like to massage my forehead on the mat. So I kind of shimmy with my legs and my forehead can go back and forth on the mat. Keep breathing in here and exhale. Bring your arms closer to your trunk and push up. Another twist. Right arm comes up to the sky. Threading the needle. Lower your right ear and cheek to the ground as if the earth is telling you a secret. And lift back up to tabletop. Left arm comes up to the ceiling. Thread the needle through. Lower your left ear and left cheek to the floor. Inhale, left arm comes back up. Back to tabletop briefly. Now, send your hips back for child's pose again. This time, though, let your hands come around and touch your heels or your feet. So our arms are not extended in front of us. They're actually kind of cocooning us along our sides. Let your forehead rest down. And if your forehead doesn't quite reach the mat, you can put a block underneath your forehead or make a pillow with your fists. That's also totally comfortable and acceptable. Keep breathing here. And exhale. Inhale, rise up, taking your time. Hands to heart center. Revisit that intention perhaps. Check in with your body, see how you're feeling. When you're ready, gently bring your legs in front of you. Inhale, arms overhead. Seated forward fold again. We're doing this again later in class, so compare how this feels with the first time you did it. Maybe your knees aren't as bent, maybe they're just as bent, or even more. Either way, it's fine. With that, create some space so that you can lay back down. I always have to scooch up a bit. Lowering down with control, one vertebra at a time. Now bring your right leg over your left. So right ankle over your left quad. Pull your left quad into you, feeling a nice stretch along your right outer hip, right outer thigh. It's called a figure 4. Yep, just creating a little bit more space. Left leg comes up, cross your left ankle over your right quad. Gently tug behind your right leg, feeling a nice release and a nice opening in your left outer hip. Keep your left foot flexed here. That helps protect your kneecap. Whatever foot is being crossed, that foot should always be flexed while doing this figure 4 stretch. Gently release down. Now, bring the soles of your feet to touch to Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand can be on your belly, one hand on your heart. There's always an option to place blocks underneath your thighs as well for added support. Keep breathing in here and exhale. As you're breathing here, ask yourself, what are some ways in which you invite ease and relief into your day? Gently close your legs now like a book. Bring your knees together and heel toe your feet outwards as wide as your mat so that your knees are now knocking in towards each other. This is also a really nice restorative pose. For me, this pose feels great on my hips. With that, extend your legs outwards. Let your arms fall by their side for Shavasana. Follow your breath. Whatever thoughts come, let them come and then let them go. Begin to deepen your inhales and exhales. Start adding some gentle movement to your feet and toes and your hands, maybe some gentle wrist circles, stretching outwards and upwards, ankle circles, just gently waking up the body again. When you're ready, pick one side and roll over onto it. Take your time and gently push yourself up to seated. Just like we started. Just like we started class with. Roll your shoulders back if need be. Roll your shoulders forward. Back to that ear to shoulder stretch, letting your head roll down and roll the other way. Take a deep breath in, arms come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. I bow to you. Thank you so much for joining me for Art Inspired Yoga. We look forward to seeing you more at the Barry Art Museum. Come by and visit. Take care, everyone. Thank you.